All right, go ahead and open with the statement.
Gauchos played a very good game tonight. I thought we did all the right things. I thought we really competed. I thought it was one of our better games in terms of how hard this team played to win this game. And obviously there was a disputed call at the very end, and that led to a free kick, which of course tied the game up. And to be honest with you, you know, it's kind of hard to come back in overtime. Around the world, we don't play overtime. You simply go down as a tie. So when you have to now regroup, and you know, when you're 2 seconds away from winning the game, it's kind of hard to get your guys back. We were spent. We worked really hard. So again, as I said to the guys in the locker room, I'd rather be disappointed on September 17 than November 17, because on November 17 your season's over. So we'll be disappointed tonight. As I told you, this is a team that took UCLA, who scored 10 goals in 2 games, and I thought did all the right things out there. So from that perspective, that's what we have to hang our hat on.
Any questions?
Tim obviously stops the clock with, I guess they put 5 seconds back on the clock, and in discussing with Jorge Salcedo about it, he said, well, it's probably because one of your guys might have kicked the ball away, and that's why he stopped the clock. What did you see? What did you feel about that? Stopping the clock?
Well, again, if he had given a yellow, that's when you stop a clock. If that play occurs anywhere on the field at any other time during the game, never seen it happen. So, yeah. So again, so when you ask the question, what was interesting about that call? Well, if it's any other time during the game where a foul happens and the ball, whatever happens, you know, it was bang bang. There was no advantage in terms of where it's going, and yeah, there's 3 seconds left. So I guess the assumption would be that they would have gotten the ball back in play and kicked it with 3 seconds left. So that's, yeah. So again, I was assuming that he got a yellow, because that's why in soccer you stop the clock.
You had played Daniel Amo tonight at center back, and it looked to me like he did an amazing job. I mean, what did you see out of Daniel tonight, and how big of an impact did he have on this match?
Well, as you know, we've been kind of working through our center back situation. Sam took the red card, so that broke up our pairing. I have a preference about having left-footed center backs, and so a little bit by necessity. When you look at who's on our team that could play the position, who's played the position, I was really surprised at how well he played tonight, honestly. We didn't know what we were really going to get. We had him in practice for 1 day. But he felt comfortable back there. Again, he's very good on the ball technically. And as I said, having a left-footed center back opened some things up. But I thought he defended very well tonight. So again, it's again not having Sam. Obviously, with at least with the last 10 minutes of that game, obviously hurt us. Jeff got all cramped up and he couldn't go anymore, and so we were very thin in the back at that very moment.
John Barry.
Did the ref have anything to say after the game, or did you ask him about the timing issue?
Again, I think that conversation is continuing right now. I think we all make mistakes. Things happen in soccer games. Coaches make mistakes, players make mistakes, referees make mistakes. Okay, so it's just the nature of a game. Okay. Again, I didn't accept in terms of what the reasoning was why you would stop a clock in that situation, except for what's really obvious, which is, okay, let's give it one last try. But as I said, no one could really explain why the clock stopped. I assumed it was because he gave a card. And so when he didn't give the card, that's when obviously I became very unhappy. Because in the laws of the game, that's when you stop the clock. So I'm not arguing whether it was a foul or not a foul or judgment or whether this or that. I'm simply just saying what are the laws of the game. And the laws of the game say that we don't stop the clock every single time there's a foul or something happens, and yeah, you're right, maybe the ball got kicked away. But as I said, I didn't, again, it didn't look to me like the rules got followed in that
Of
situation.
course, you're saying that's the laws of the college game. You're saying the rest of the world, there wouldn't be an overtime. Well, in the
Yeah.
rest of the world, the referee would be keeping time on the field, and he probably would have let him take that free kick, but no one would have been staring at the clock.
Exactly. So as we've discussed on numerous occasions, there's what I see on Saturday morning and what I coach Saturday night, and the two don't look the same. In the same way that I'm out there like a basketball coach trying to figure out who's got legs left and who doesn't, and who made the better sub and who left something at the end of the game. I genuinely believe, and that's not to take away from, I'm sure, all the professional coaches that are out there, but I do think their hardest job is to pick their 11. And once they pick their 11, you've made your decision at that point, and you get your two subs with one at the last 5 minutes. As you see college soccer, it's literally, I'm good to go, Mark, if you want me to coach some basketball, because it ends up being that's what we end up doing. We try to look at matchups and, did I give, in this case, Hinga was doing a lot of running in the first half, so maybe I save his legs for the second half. And again, these are conversations that don't happen in other benches regarding players.
Nice play by Noah to get your first goal. Maybe tell me about his coming on for you as a player and coming off his knee injury and becoming more of an impactful player.
Yeah, I mean, I do think a couple things you saw tonight. Again, we've been waiting for Noah to, show what he's been showing us in bits and spurts, and so we had a situation where unfortunately Noah came in with this knee injury and so missed most of training camp. But I do think between him and Nick up front,